简单点再简单点。
Be simpler, much simpler. Jiefeng. June 11, 2012. Translation edited by Qin Yu. A complex mind leads to a complex life. Excessive pursuit, greed, and possession result in dissatisfaction and a rocky destiny. Life is but a journey of the soul through the human world, and in the end we must disembark. Whether it's against our will or as we wish, in the end it all comes to naught. So, the most beautiful life is a simple life. Since life is a journey, let us enjoy the scenery along the way and travel light. Do not linger on the past landscapes. Better ones lie ahead. Do not regret the sights you have passed, as everything is but a fleeting dream. Live simply, even more simply. Do not burden yourself with weariness, anxiety, and troubles. Do not harbor ambitions and aspirations. Do not seek lasting fame. Do not hope for others to admire you. Discard the idea of having a name. Seek only inner peace and a clear conscience. Do not crave knowledge and learning. Earthworms and little birds live. Content lives without knowledge or learning. Those who claim to be experts in both Eastern and Western knowledge are fools who do not comprehend the true meaning of life. We aim for joy and happiness at every moment and in every situation. Do not covet material possessions. Do not buy houses, cars, or stash money in banks. Simply have enough to meet your needs, or even better, have nothing at all. Like the residents of Life Chanuan's second home. They possess nothing but lack for nothing. Do not constantly expect to become a celestial, a Buddha, or reach heaven. Attachment is a hindrance. Live in the present. As long as every present moment is joyful, the ultimate ending will be blissful. True cultivation requires no cultivation. The highest realm of Buddhism is non-practice, and the highest form of martial arts is non-technique. The most refined management is non-management. In heaven there are no books. Everything in existence, every phenomenon, is the best revelation. Therefore, do not read books all day long, especially complex and burdensome ones, and especially those that encourage the pursuit of success, wealth, and fame. When you are idle and bored, read the little birds and the flowers, read the wind, clouds, rain, and snow, read the bees and ants, read the bamboo, willow trees, and the small streams. Do not cultivate relationships with people. Do not flatter or fawn over those with power and influence. Do not envy the rich and famous, and do not chase after or imitate celebrities. Live naturally, walk your own path, cultivate your own way. Speak your own words, be your own person. Entrust your life to the greatest creator and let the Tao manage your life. Everything else should follow your natural inclinations. Do not pass judgment on others even if they are demons. Everything in the world has a proper arrangement. The mouth should not despise the anus for being too dirty, and the anus should not be envious of the mouth's nobility. Do not criticize others, for each person has their own life path and unique character and strengths. Speaking ill of others reveals your own inner ugliness. Do not learn too many skills. Having one skill is sufficient. If you lack any skills, possessing a single virtue is enough to lead an easy life. Whether it's honesty, diligence, kindness, simplicity, trustworthiness, or sincerity. Life is brief, so why make yourself busy and tired? Avoid extravagance and waste. Do not consume what is unnecessary. Do not indulge in what you don't need. Do not enjoy excessively. Do not crave excessively. Do not pursue excessively. Salted turnips and steamed bread of corn are good food. A bamboo fence and a thatched cottage together offer beautiful scenery. Even Taoist temples and monasteries are not as beautiful. Where roosters crow, dogs bark, and children play, that is the beauty of life. We should not overly discuss cultivation. It's a form of attachment. Avoid traveling far and wide, seeking high-level masters to discuss how to cultivate. Many methods of cultivation are, in reality, costly and laborious. Do not harbor delusions of acquiring supernatural powers and special abilities through cultivation. Instead, work diligently and live honestly. Cultivate your own way and earn your own keep. Do not pray for windfalls from the sky. Live simply, even more simply. Learn to enjoy a simple life and do not let desires, anger, or ignorance pull you around. Take things as they are. Associate with others by following predestined relations. Act in accordance with nature. and take advantage of opportunities as they arise. Don't stir up trouble without reason and don't seek trouble when there is none. Calm yourself and enjoy your life. Spend more time with the sunrise, the sunset, and the bright moon. Communicate more with flowers, plants, insects, and birds. Sing, dance, walk, and play to your heart's content. Chanyuan celestials bask in the radiance of the greatest creator. Jesus Christ, Buddha Shakyamuni, Laozi, and sages throughout history accompany us. Your life, including your sustenance, clothing, housing, and every aspect of life, is under the protection of the divine. Do not worry about anything, do not be afraid, do not be anxious, do not prepare for the future. As long as you understand that clear water is more important than strong coffee or other beverages, and as long as you keep the water, everything else will come. Your wishes will eventually be fulfilled, and your ideals will certainly be realized.
人类的未来应该是这样。
The future of humanity should be like this. Deiform Buddha. January 21st, 2024. Translation edited by Qin Yu. Archaeologists, through scientific exploration and research, believe that humanity has faced extinction 4 times. The primary reasons for extinction were the overall spiritual degradation and dimming of human heart. The core factors of spiritual degradation were the pursuit of sensory pleasures, the relentless quest for power, and the competition for survival resources. The main signs of dimming heart were the disregard for the Creator, the lack of appreciation for natural resources and life. The current human society teeters on the cliff of spiritual degradation and dimming hearts again. Its main characteristics include an obsessive pursuit of wealth, boundless greed, extravagant squandering, insatiable desires, and a frenzy for competing for survival resources, comparable to the levels preceding the 4 previous human extinctions. Humanity faces an imminent crisis. I am pointing out the path for humanity to ponder its future. Choosing the path of socialist collectivization means that the toiling masses can only live in poverty, but the overall human lifespan will extend. Opting for the capitalist path of market-oriented capitalism means that the toiling masses can lead affluent lives, but the overall human lifespan will shorten. Neither socialism nor capitalism is an ideal path. The socialist collectivization path inevitably leads to poverty, while the capitalist market-oriented path, although bringing affluence and maximal development of productivity, will deplete natural resources, leading to a backlash from nature. Other paths, such as military control, are purely barbaric and will result in poverty and societal chaos. The most ideal path for the future of humanity is Xiefeng-style communism. Please note, it is not the communism advocated and practiced by Marx, Lenin, Mao Zedong, but Xiefeng-style communism. Xiefeng-style communism has been practiced on Earth for 15 years, which can permanently solve nearly 90% of the challenges humanity faces, such as territorial disputes between nations and elder support issues, among others. The more extensive and detailed the content and clauses in constitutions, laws, and regulations, the more problems will arise. More management personnel lead to higher societal operational costs. Therefore, all constitutions, laws, and regulations should be abolished and replaced with values for the orderly functioning of society. To this end, I have prepared 800 values for new era humanity. To live a happy life and ensure the continued existence of humanity on Earth, all humans must undergo a spiritual purification. I have also prepared the course for spiritual purification for humanity.
错误的意识葬送着幸福和美好未来。
Wrong consciousnesses will ruin happy and beautiful future. Xiefeng. March 21, 2011. Translation edited by Qinyo. I, Xiefeng, regardless of my own limitations, speak words of gold and jade. Those who believe and act upon my words will reap boundless benefits and a bright future, while those who doubt and act according to their own desires will suffer endless torment and a bleak future. I seek truth pragmatically and confront human nature directly. My understanding and exploration of time, space, Buddhism, human nature, life, thinking, consciousness, nature, love, and Tao are profound. In this world, only I can guide people towards a life of happiness and a bright future. With boundless love and compassion, I hold deep respect and affection for every life. I have the ability to alleviate all suffering. However, even the most skilled doctor is useless if the patient refuses their prescription. There is no one else in the world who serves as tirelessly and diligently as I do. Hating me, that's the tragedy of your life and life. Loving me, that's the blessing of your life and life. I am crystal clear, untouched by even the slightest speck of dust. If you perceive me as filthy and sullied, it's because the dust has clouded your vision. Those who forsake me abandon me. You are the most ignorant beings under the heavens. Misery will inevitably cling to you tightly, and the lower realms of life will be your destined abode. Those who cannot perceive my love are like blind men unable to see the sun. Leaving me in arrogance is akin to a blind man wandering into hell unaware. Joy, happiness, freedom, and blessedness abound in life. Your inability to experience them stems not from life's shortcomings or deception, but from the distortion of reality by your own erroneous and distorted consciousness, much like how colorblind individuals cannot see the vibrant spectrum of light. When you find yourself in excruciating pain upon discovering that the person you love is engaging in sexual activities with someone else, take a moment to reflect. What is the root cause of your suffering? Is it the person engaging in the act of love? Is it the circumstances surrounding their lovemaking? Neither. It is your own consciousness. It is the desire to possess the beloved. It is your own jealous mindset. Without the consciousness of possession and jealousy, where does the suffering come from? Why do others not suffer when engaging in the same act with the same person? If your consciousness were to shift, and you were to genuinely feel joy and happiness for the happiness of your beloved, where would the suffering originate? Isn't this simply a matter of your own consciousness? All suffering in life arises from erroneous consciousness, undermining personal happiness and a bright future. To transcend suffering and ascend to heaven, one must begin by transforming their consciousness, rather than attempting to change others or the world. Failure to correct your misguided consciousness will leave you devoid of joy and happiness, whether you traverse the globe or ascend to heaven. Continuing to attribute your suffering to others ensures it will persist indefinitely. To escape suffering and attain happiness, one must only change their consciousness. Abandon your pitiful self-esteem and vanity. Renounce the values fettered by traditional morality. Do not endure endless torment for the sake of illusions. Otherwise, you may preserve various chastity archways, but what about your true happiness and joy? It's like the mute swallowing bitterness. Only you can feel it.
人的幸福和痛苦来源叹息。
Analysis of the source of human happiness and suffering. Xiefeng. December 1, 2023. Translation edited by Qinyo. Everyone has experienced moments of happiness, as well as moments of pain. So, where does happiness or pain come from? What factors lead to it? Fundamentally, the world is not wrong. All faults lie within ourselves. If the happy Adam and Eve had followed the warning of the owner of Eden not to eat the forbidden fruit, then the suffering of being expelled from the Garden of Eden would not have occurred. Therefore, Adam and Eve's pain originated from within themselves, due to their own actions. In fact, when we observe the happiness and pain that each person experiences, once we trace it back to its source, we will inevitably find that the root cause of happiness or suffering is oneself, without exception. As we continue to explore, we will discover that the pivotal moments leading to our happiness or suffering stem from how we interact with familiar individuals, our choice of words, emotional responses, attitudes, and behavior towards them. When we communicate with others using gentle and warm language, maintain pleasant and joyful emotions, display an elegant and positive attitude, and exhibit caring and protective behavior, the feedback we receive from those around us is predominantly happiness. Conversely, if our communication is negative, our emotions are marked by anger and disgust, our attitude is abrasive, and our behavior is harmful, then the feedback we receive from those around us tends to be filled with pain. Furthermore, we will find that the closer people are to us, the easier it is for them to bring happiness or suffering. Parents, children, husbands, wives, lovers, neighbors, relatives, friends, classmates, colleagues, superiors, subordinates, idols, fans, etc., are the main sources of happiness or suffering for ourselves. Individuals in middle age and older adults should deeply feel this phenomenon. In the process of interacting with people close to us, there is too much helplessness and sadness, as well as unspeakable bitterness in our hearts. Knowing the source of happiness and suffering for each person, we should effectively solve this problem. That is, to maximize happiness and minimize suffering. But a sadly obvious fact is that humanity has survived for thousands of years without fundamentally solving this problem. People have mostly tried to alleviate confronts and conflicts between individuals from the perspective of morality and ethics. But the reality tells us that whether it is advocating for gentleness, kindness, modesty, frugality, and humility, or advocating for benevolence, righteousness, ritual, wisdom, and credibility, whether it is trying to use religious teachings or legal perspectives, none have completely solved the troubles and pains of human interaction. The birth of Life Genuine, particularly the emergence of the new human production and living mode created by Life Genuine, effectively alleviated the pain caused by interacting with close individuals. The 15-year practice of living in the second home demonstrates that people can interact with each other harmoniously and amicably. This interaction not only brings more joy and happiness, but also significantly reduces the troubles and pains associated with human interaction. I hope this will draw the attention and exploration of all individuals worldwide who struggle with getting along with close people. Throughout human history, only the innovative production and living mode established by Life Genuine, namely the second home model, have been able to address the troubles and pains of human life.